What's up, all you cool kids? This is Jay-Z Collins of TsunamiRose.net coming at you live from my craft room here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today I have a large flip-through video for you. I don't know how long the video is going to be. I have 23 junk journals to get through, you guys. So bear with me, grab a drink, have some fun. Hope you're relaxed. Hope you're sitting down somewhere comfortable. Let me get you guys a link to where you guys can get these junk journals. I have priced them to sell. I am ready to get them out the door, you guys. I had a lot of fun with this collection, but they are ready to go out to their new home. I have some that are fully decorated, some that are partially decorated, and some that are blank. The first couple, 6 or so, are fully decorated. They are closed with these two like eyelet kind of closure, just kind of and some twine. It just like wraps around, and you could always cut this off and change it to whatever string you want. I just happen to use twine, baker's twine. Hi, Kayleen, and hello, Betty. So this one is number 37. We're gonna look through junk journals number 37 through 59, and I also have junk journal number 60, which I'm actually going to be giving away. So that's going to be in the next video after this one. So let's get through these junk journals. Number 37 is, oops, I didn't know I paperclip the first page, of course. Number 37 is fully decorated. It has this really pretty fabric with like these really pretty soft pink and almost like a peach roses, I should say. They're roses. I really love this fabric. And if you guys are interested, I also have fabric samples in my store. So if you just want a bunch of fabric pieces to play around with, they are great for this type of project. That's also in my store under the mystery boxes. All of the journals have a really pretty trim on every other page. Really, they're like, well, there's about 8 strands of this really pretty lace and fabric that I made. This junk journal is fully decorated, so that means every single page where I could decorate, I did. There's a lot of inserts and ephemera where you can write in. So you can see I made sure to have a lot of writing space. Go ahead and check out my shop. There's a pocket here on this side. Again, that's number 37 if you guys really like it. Just gonna keep scrolling through. Again, I made sure every pocket had something inside. There's a lot of sewing elements in every single journal. I made a lot of embellishments for this journal. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And the fully decorated junk journals are $35. And yeah, I think it's a really, really good deal. The cover, I didn't even talk about the covers. The covers are fabric fused together with white cardstock. So they're really nice and sturdy. And again, it's fused together, so it's nice and smooth. There's no lumps in the cover whatsoever. It's nice and durable. And again, every single page has printables from my store that I designed myself. All throughout this journal, the flowers that I have in my store as well, in the mystery boxes. Love to use those journal cards that I hand collaged. Those are fun. Yes, Betty, I really tried to make these out to sell. Like I said, because the cover is not the book covers take a little bit longer to make. But these covers are pretty easy. So, oh, and I made sure some of the journals do include the Franken papers. So those are really, really pretty. I love it. I need to make more Franken papers. They're just so much fun. Again, here's another one of the collage cards that I made. Again, that's number 37, just to remind you guys, if you're interested in this one. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to make these, of course, and I made everything live, you guys know. I hung out with you guys pretty much every step of the way, except I think I didn't show how I made the actual cover itself. Kind of did that all ahead of time. Oh, this really pretty paper clip embellishment goes right here. That was fun to make as well. Glad to use them. And this goes on this side. Piece of ephemera on some copy dyed paper. And every journal is signed on the back of the number of the journal. So again, that's number 37. Okay, so now number 38. Number 38 is super cute. It's this dark brown cover with really cute pink roses. They're really tiny. I really, really love to use fabrics that have really, really tiny print because I don't tend to use a huge piece of the fabric. So I really like there to be a lot of florals on the cover. And that's just a repetitive pattern. Really, really cute pink flowers. And again, the same type of closure on all of the journals. And of course, all of the journals have that pretty lace and fabric edging that I told you about. Of course, that was a lot of fun. Hi, Jude. Welcome, girl. Welcome, everybody. Angela, hello. So again, this is number 38. And I already posted a link. I'll post it again in a minute or so. Again, this one is another fully decorated journal. So everywhere that I deemed appropriate to decorate, I pretty much did. So I went all out. I had this is one of my most favorite pages that I ever designed. I really, really love this particular set of printable journal pages from my store. And again, I used some more printables from my store. I love the vintage look, so I can't afford to use actual vintage, but I try and add a little bit of vintage everywhere. But of course, you also have that modern scrapbook paper that I also include. This really cute pocket right here. And all of the journals have a lot of these really cute paper clips that I love. Here is a giant journal card by Teresa Collins. Love that collection. There's lots of book pages included in every single signature. Different types of paper. I made sure to include a lot of space for writing. Really cute tag areas, or you could also put something else in there. A lot of the journals, most of them have pockets, like these paper bags in the signatures. That was a lot of fun to include. This is an actual vintage little photo there. Here is an envelope that I made. That was fun. This is inspired by Patricia Viramontes. That was a lot of fun. There's a lot of collages, of course, as I always do with all my journals. Lots and lots of collages and more to come. I'm also going to be selling my sewed embellishments soon. I just have to get to deciding how exactly I'm going to sell them. That always takes me a minute to think about. I really loved doing these postage stamp embellishments. I have to do more. Here's more of that Franken paper, you guys. Franken paper was a lot of fun to do. I need to make more. I want to make a whole collection with Franken paper covers. I think that would be beautiful. Love, love, love those Franken papers. There's a lot of fun little papers in between pages of the signature. This really fun index card. Again, this is number 38 if you guys are interested. And again, that is $35 for a fully decorated junk journal. I love these guest checks. I have to make more. These were a lot of fun to make. And there's no glue in these. Everything's sewn together. So just so you guys know. And then this awesome pocket. That was a lot of fun to make. Everything was so much fun to make, you guys. And I can't wait to do it all over again because that's just the fun part of my channel. I have enough supplies that I'll never run out of things to do. Here's another guest check you get in this one. And you could write on the back, or of course you could just keep this journal just to have an example of a junk journal. But I know that's a reason why a lot of people buy junk journals. I know people that buy junk journals always make the junk journals. They just like examples, and I know I love to get junk journals as examples as well. And I hope you guys come back for junk journal number 60, which is this junk journal that I made out of a graham cracker box. I'll be doing that in the next video. So I hope you guys are excited. I'm going to give one away, so prepare for that. There's all sorts of inserts in this one. This was really fun to make. These file folders just to hold things in. Just really, really fun. Gotta make more of those. Those are exciting. I really also like to include a lot of botanical prints like this. Give me 1 second. I'll give you 1 moment. Okay, well, my husband called me, but I was called. We move on. I will call him later. I also embellished with some simple embellishments on some of the pages of just a couple of scrapbook pages scrapbook bits that I put together like that. Some text spots, or just kind of decor also. Again, every single page that I could decorate is decorated. This really tiny pocket was so cute. I want to make more tiny pockets. And this is one of my newest printables, and it just fit perfectly right there. Just like whoop, right there, fits perfectly. I used some Betty Crocker recipe book pages as well. There was this really pretty book that was all about roses and using roses in crafts and using roses in like just different projects, cooking with roses, how to display, and I think there were some growing tips in there too. And also you see that some of the fabric here along the side of the journals is also some of the fabric that I've used in the covers and the covers of this whole collection as well. It's a lot of fun to include all the fabrics that I have over and over and over again to kind of make, those are the fabrics that I like to use. Here's the other side of that really pretty journal page. I love the collage. Look at it digitally or even on paper. It is a really fun look. Here is the link if you guys want to check out the journals in my store. Again, this is junk journal number 38, fully decorated. Here is another journal card that I collaged. I have this one available in my store as a printable. I like to, recently I've gotten into the habit of actually scanning the little things like that I make to make into digitals. Here is just one of the ephemera pieces that I have just printed out, and I just folded it in half here. Here's a pocket with some, this is a paint chip and a piece from one of my bead kits. My style is to put like a lot of color and then black, black and white. That's the kind of mix that I prefer to do in my honestly, in my day-to-day, even in my real life decor, which if you can call it a little bit that I have in decor. So again, that's number 38. And let me get to the next one, you guys. I am so excited. So number 39, you guys. Number 39, another fully decorated junk journal, has this really pretty gray fabric, and most of these were vintage bed sheets or just old bed sheets that I found around and have obviously treated and everything, and then made into these covers. Again, this is a cardstock and fabric fused cover. The signature is sewed in with my sewing machine. It has this, I can't remember what this was called again, like it's just a piece of like a bracket, an eyelet, and you like put a couple pieces of cardstock underneath it. It's a whole process. I did everything live, so I'll post the video link to how I did that also. Again, lots of collages, and again, every single journal has all these wonderful lace pieces on the edges. This one is mostly white, but there's some peach in there, and then of course some blue in the end. So it just looks really pretty and really festive when you see it from the side. So again, this is number 39, fully decorated junk journal. And thank you so much, Jude. You could also join my Facebook group where I post updates and I ask you guys questions and I just chat with you guys sometimes. And I would love it if you joined us so that you guys can post your junk journal creations and questions there as well. Share your junk journal videos on YouTube with us so we can follow you. This is a really fun journal card to make. It's index, so there's lines on there for you to write on. I put fabric there and I did a lot of fun stitches. This pocket right here was around the time when I got my sewing machine. So as you can see, my straight stitch is not as good as it is now, as you can see the difference. You can see my progression. But again, I've had these things forever. I decorated all these junk journals with decorations that I've just had in my drawer that I just needed to use up. And because I come on here pretty much every single day and make junk journal stuff with you guys, I just have accumulated so many things. So I need to get them out. So here's another Franken page that I made with pages and a lot of printables because, again, I like the vintage look, but I don't actually have vintage things. Here's just some little writing cards for you to write on. Duh. Sorry. A lot of pages in between. There should be a pocket right here. It's empty for you to put whatever you want in there. Again, every single page that can be decorated is decorated on this journal here. Again, this is number 39 if you're interested. Hi, Llewellyn from Ohio. How are you? How is everybody? Where's everybody from? This is actually a really cute popcorn bag. I made this into a little pocket here for you to put whatever you want. I've decorated this with some botanical images. Again, I have more journal cards for you to write on. A lot of writing spaces in these journals. And even though every single page is decorated, everything is pretty much flat, so it should not interfere with your writing in the journal. So just so you guys know. Oh, Carol here is from Texas. What's up, girl, in Texas? The weather must be nice right now. Unless it's snowing. No, right now it should be nice, I think. I think. Okay, so I have a lot of tags in this journal. This one's really cute. I've had this tag forever, you guys. I think I had this tag from when I used to make greeting cards. That was so long ago. But that was a lot of fun to work with and include in these journals. It also has a little file folder here, which is in itself another mini junk journal that's included in this journal. Super cute. The cover is a printable from my shop, so if you want to make those, you can look up mini file folders from my store, and that's where they're at. They make really cute mini junk journals in themselves. Again, you have more writing space. So this one is really cute, number 39. That is what the book was called that I used with the roses, was the Ultimate Rose book. Really cute book. I still have a lot of pages to work with. This is one of my newer printables. It's so pretty. The color came out so intense. These are the receipt printables, and they're in the newest section in my shop. Here's a little journal space here. I did a lot of collaging with many vintage photos, and they just look adorable. Just kind of like decorating the little corners. Here is this is I think it's a CD sleeve, and I just started attaching them on the. I have a bunch of them, and I just started attaching them to pages. I couldn't think of any other way to use them. So here is more journal cards. Made sure every single pocket had something inside. Here is another one of the paper clips that I really like to making. I need to make more. And this is an actual vintage postcard of the figure of charity uh, from German in 19th century. I just really like the vivid color. It's like a figurine. It's really pretty, actually. I can't remember. I think I got those at some vintage shop here in Vegas. I can't remember where I got those. I don't even know where I get half the things I get. The vintage stamps, so you can get those on eBay. If you look up vintage stamp lot, you can find a whole bunch of vintage stamps there. And of course, I included a little bead there with that paper clip, so it's the whole deal on itself. Some tag and some pretty fabric. This is actually the same fabric as the last journal, and it's the same fabric as I included on the inside of this. It's basically this right here. I love this fabric so much. I use it all the time. Here you can see the fabric from that last journal as well. I just kept using the same fabric over and over. And as well as you can get some fabric samples from my store. They are in the mystery box section of my shop. You can find fabric samples if you're looking for really, really cute pieces of fabric. I think it's a really good deal. And of course, my store is free shipping on orders of $35 or more. So you can keep that in mind. This is, again, junk journal number 39, which is a fully decorated junk journal. Again, every single page is decorated. And yeah, so that's number 39. So this one is $35 for the fully decorated ones. A lot of printing that I did. Beautiful collages. I'm not very good at like hyping up my own work, to be honest with you. Here's a little pocket that I made off this one. When I used to when I used to actually go to craft shows, I used to do this one. It was almost more like an artist night downtown here in Las Vegas, where you set up and you sell your whatever it is. So artists of any kind. So it was a craft fair of sorts, but it was more like an art fair. Here is a postcard and another one of the printables from my store. These are from one of the newest ones, and these are postcards that have been in my shop. These are one of the first things that I actually listed on my Etsy store, now that I think about it. And I still use them because they're so cute. And again, that's number 39, and I signed them on the back. So, when I used to work that show, my husband used to go, and he used to be the one that used to hype up my work so much. It was really cute. So this one's 49. Has a really pretty floral detail, blue, pink, and some yellow. They look really cute, you guys. I really love this fabric. And somebody specifically mentioned they wanted this fabric, and I was like, okay. They really, really loved watching this journal be made. So that's number 40, and this is a fully decorated junk journal. Again, it's $35. Check it out in my store. Here is a pocket that I made from all stitched up fabric. That is fun. I need to make more of those too. I also used this really pretty like botanical book where they tell you all about plants. That was really cute. I'm going to make some pockets from this. That would be kind of cute. Some more stamp collages on little tickets. This is such a tiny collage, and I need to make more of those. These really pretty tags that I made from book pages. Again, every single page that I could decorate is decorated. Of course, this one's all full white lace on the edges of this journal. It's all white lace. Some of them are different colors. This one specifically has all white lace. So where was I? I think I was here about. So again, every single page is decorated. I have really pretty botanical images. Lots and lots of different types of books. Different types of tags that you can write on. I included a lot of die cuts, tags that are like kind of tabs, tags that are tabs. There's a little back you can put something cute in, or hold your churro, as I like to say. Collage card here, collage index card that you can write on the back. One of those clock in, clock out cards. I really enjoyed making these journals. This was actually a lot of fun to put together because I was like, oh yeah, I remember when I made this. I pulled out all my old stuff that I've made throughout the year. I guess I've been on YouTube now for a number of years, but I've been making daily videos for at least the last 2 years now, like daily videos, and so I've accumulated a lot of things. Here's it's a faux vintage. It's from my printable set. What are your personal favorite colors? Black and white and mustard yellow and dark red. That's what it is. Black, white, yellow, mustard yellow, and dark red specifically. If you catch me wearing any other color, it's probably not me. Hi, Delene. Welcome. Again, this is junk journal number 20. And let me post the link one more time so you guys can go check out the junk journals if you're just joining us. This one has a really pretty tag that I made. This is like almost like a plush. This is using almost like a double-sided felt adhesive material. So I got to do some really pretty, like almost like a faux quilt. And so this is like a nice plush thick tag. And I made sure to put the nice pretty eyelet on there. And I used some of this really pretty fabric as the ribbon. And that is an altered bingo card that I'm using as a pocket in this junk journal right here. I really love this tag. This tag is so pretty. That tag is so beautiful. Hang on one moment. He's calling back again. It must be important. Okay, it was mildly important. Anyway, so more collages with the tiny postage stamps. Well, not tiny postage stamps. That's just the size they are. They're just postage stamps. Oh my gosh. Made tiny collages with postage stamps. Oh my goodness. One day I'll learn how to speak well. Here's a tuck spot right here. Again, very minimal decorations, but decorations on every single page though. This is one of my black and white ephemera sets that I printed out. Actually, it's not black and white. These are sepia. They're all like beige. They all print out like beige and black, I should say. And I just backed it up with some lined paper, so that way there's a lot of writing paper to have. And this is a vintage postcard from Greenfield, Indiana. James Whitcomb Riley Memorial Park. Very cool. Very cool subject. Again, all of the journals have at least 3 of these really cute paper clips that I love. This is this was a fun envelope that I made. Envelope pocket here. Very decorated. This one also includes this really pretty dress form shape that I made a couple episodes ago. Again, that's number 40 if you guys are interested. Some of them are sold, and I believe I have it told for myself which ones are sold so far. There's like 7 of them that I believe are sold. It has a text spot right here that I made from this collage. Little stamp right there. Again, it's very flat, so you can still write on them. Here's a couple vintage stamps. journal card and this giant piece of ephemera that I printed out with some lined paper on the back. And it's held together with one of those paper clips with the stamps. I love that little bead. Journal card here, and I had some like Victorian village book that I found that I took pages out of, and I decided to put them in the journals, and they actually look really, really cute. Here is a paper printout of a photo of a little child, and here is another one of those collage cards that I made. It's all nice, thick cardstock. It's actually a giant index card now that I think about it. Giant index card. And here's a fun paper bag that I've included in the signature. It looks really cute. A lot of lined paper, of course. This really cool paper that was on the back of this LA book of maps that I can't remember where I got it, but it was fabulous. And I'm kind of mad that I'm almost out of it. If I am not out of it already, I should say. This is another one of those. Actually, I haven't shown this one. This one is a booklet, and I have several of them throughout the books that has like a little sample paper pack of just scrap paper that you can write on or tear out or whatever you want to do. That's also included in here, and I fully sewed on the cover. I just have to. I just have to be totally extra. Again, this is number 40. Let's get through it. This flip through video is literally going to be like 2 hours long. Okay, so here's another one of those beautiful guest checks that I had so much fun making. And you can find the die cuts that I used in my shop under mystery boxes. They're also printables if you guys are interested in cutting them out yourself, if that's your thing. I also used some dictionary paper, some receipt paper. This really pretty collage that I made with this vintage stamp. So that is like photo paper right there. It has a pocket that I made. It has this really pretty foil line down here that I love with this subtraction card and this note card that I made again with the fabric strips. This really pretty green ledger paper. It's actually in Spanish. I got this in Mexico. And some of the journals, most of the journals have doilies in between some of the pages here and there, just to add a little bit of interest. Here's a little text spot right here. Collages everywhere, you guys, everywhere. This is number 40. All of them are signed. Okay, let's move it along. We're almost done with the fully decorated. This is another fully decorated junk journal with this beautiful, you guys, this fabric is gorgeous. And I was afraid in the very beginning that I had too much of it. And now that I've been using it, it's like I'm afraid it's going away. So again, this is fabric that I fused together with cardstock. And it is held together here with a piece of baker's twine. And of course, you can switch this to whatever kind of thread material you want. If it wears out, you can always cut it. Just tie another piece of string on there. I really like to start off the junk journals with a really pretty, almost like bigger than normal collage. Because sometimes I make really big collages and they don't have any space to go on other than like the front page where it needs to make a statement. There's a piece of ephemera, really pretty floral ephemera that is lined on the inside. Again, a subtraction card. I love those. And this is one of those that rose book paper. Here's another one of those rose ephemera that I backed on paper so you can write on it. I'm not religious entirely, but this is really pretty, just as art. It's like a vintage postcard of, I don't know any of these words, so I don't know. Maybe it's German? Maybe. I don't know, but that looks really pretty. I don't know what that is, but I think it looks pretty. A lot of roses. You guys know I love roses. I love a lot of florals. So everything is pretty much flower themed throughout all my journals. And I have doilies. I have different color doilies in between the pages of the journal. So it's not all just one color. I believe there is black polka dot with white, turquoise polka dot, and pink. Here's the turquoise polka dot. I love this paper bag here. And then there was white. This one also number 41 also includes one of the really pretty plush tags that I made. And a collage card here on an index card. And then another really pretty quilted fabric. I love this stuff, you guys. I just love it. I can't help myself. I love it. I love that little paper booklet. So cute and creative. Thank you. And this is an envelope from my store that I printed on the back of scrapbook paper. So it looks like there's something on the back of it. And the journal card here. That is cute. That's held right there with a little paper clip. Again, this is that Betty Crocker recipe book that I was telling you guys about. And this is a really pretty postcard dated 1929 from Royal Arch, Florida. So that is a real vintage postcard there. It's actual vintage, not faux vintage. You also get one of the little file folders that I made with the little pieces of scrap. Right there, just a bunch of pieces of scrap. Again, fully sewed on, as I love to do. I love to sew things to death. Again, included is the fabric and lace trim. I also sell that in my shop, as well as I have videos showing you how to make it. You get a faux photograph, faux vintage. This one's not really vintage, but it is of a vintage photo on photo paper. So it is shiny photo paper there. And this is number 41. Hello, hi Donna, welcome girl, hi baby. Who else did I miss? Hang on, I need some water. Oh my goodness, I've been talking for a minute. Okay, you guys. Okay. So, again, the really pretty Victorian Village Life book. So pretty. Botanical images. I also have those in my store if you're interested in some botanical images. But these are actually in my mystery box. So these are physical items that you get. They are cut out from a book. Here's another one of the bingo cards. And there's just some journal pages here. Go in here. This book is loaded. This is one of my fully decorated journals, you guys. So excited. That's one of my favorite little stamp embellishments. That one's adorable. This I made a while ago, and I just decided to glue it down, kind of like a little insert that's just on the page itself. You can't write on that page, so I decided to take advantage and kind of glue something on there. Some more vintage ads. These print out in black and white, but I decided to print them out on pink copy paper, so that's fun. Tuck spot right here, just for fun. Oh, and this has a tiny little pocket, which I don't have anything in, but I'll put something in there later. If I find an empty pocket, I will fill it up later. And of course, if you go to my store, you can see all the number. They're all numbered on my store, and you can see how many pockets, how many actual little like journal cards there are. This is a card from Portland, Oregon. Not sure from when, but it is about looks if it's most recent, it looks like it's from the 70s, but I don't know. Of course, one of those other fun paper bags. I just try to use up all my supplies using making these journals here. Here's another one of my newest journal cards from the receipts kits. There's only one of them, but the receipts, the receipt printables. It's in my newest printable section of my store. I really also like to get out all your old scrap paper, put them in a junk journal, you guys. They always go, it doesn't matter. Here's one of those Franken pages that I made with red thread. That red thread looks fabulous on there. I love that. A lot of line paper. Here's another journal card you get. A lot of journal cards with really pretty fabric. There's the rose pages on there. I love roses, you guys. This I made into a little pocket, which I'll put something in there later. And again, that is number 41, fully decorated journal, $35. $35 in my store qualifies you for free shipping, so it'll just be $35. Okay, so this is number 42. Oops. This is number 42. And number 42 is also a fully decorated junk journal. And this one's really pretty because it's the same fabric as the last one. It's the same fabric as this one. But this cut right here had this really pretty, like almost frame that I was able to get into the cover. And it was also kind of like red on this particular part of the fabric. I'm not sure if that's how the design was, but you can see slight difference in fabric. I love that side. This also makes for an interesting cover. So number 42. And I also tried to coordinate the baker's twine to the cover. So a lot of them are like, you'll notice if you get one, they're all different colored twine. Okay, so again, another fully decorated junk journal, $35. And they all have a minimum of 36 pages, which is 18 pages folded in half, minimum of 36. Some of them have more. I think maybe a couple have 34. Maybe I should say minimum of 34. Again, this one though is fully decorated. And if you look in my store, again, it has number 42. It has on there all the details of how many pages are in there and how many junk journal cards and pockets are included in the journal as well. This one I made with a little like window for a photo. I thought that might be an interesting place for a photo. You could also use it as a pocket, but I thought I would make a photo frame since it is a photo frame. Used really pretty Victorian life die cuts from my store. Here I decided to stick a Project Life card so that you can write on it because it's a page you can't write on exactly. On this side I decided to glue one of the pockets that I made from index cards that I decoupaged with book paper and then painted on top and then sewed. I did so much stuff. Again, here is postcard and library card printables from my store. Lots of fun. I thought that the pink would contrast against the yellow and kind of make it pop. So, and then the yellow here is just kind of how I think about decorating. I don't try and, make sure that the whole journal itself has one color. I kind of decorate each page to match to each other, and that's all I worry about. Here is a collage card on an index card. A lot of fun. Okay, this pocket here is made from vintage music sheet. And it's a pocket, as you can see, and an index card that I sewed on. That is fun. Again, every single page is decorated in a way that makes you still be able to write in the journal. So nothing is like thick 3D type of embellishments. Everything is pretty much flat. Here is a book page tag that I have decorated there with a collage. Here's another collage card you can write on, and a pocket that I made from vintage recipe book paper. That was really fun. I love H paper like that. It's so much fun. Here is botanical images, a lot of collages that I put together. Here's another one of those Patricia Montez pockets. And it has a little journal card here on the side. Oop. I need to get it in there. Okay. Here's a fun big tag, big pocket that holds this guest check that I collaged on top of. This was a while ago, so I'm kind of glad, like I said, to be letting this stuff go, putting it in the journals where it's supposed to be. There was a lot of times where I would get caught up making new embellishments, and I would keep forgetting all the old stuff that I made. So this collection is pretty much putting all of the embellishments and things that I did not use in past journals. And I still have a lot of space to make even more journals with the stuff that I have made. But of course, on my channel, we come on here pretty much every single day and make new things for junk journals. So I'm just gonna keep making stuff. So I need to use stuff up. This one's number 42. Let's move on because we still have a lot of them, you guys. So again, I hope you guys are seated. I hope you guys are comfortable. I hope you guys have a nice, refreshing beverage in your hands. This one is number 43, and this one is sold. And it's a really pretty like beige fabric with these really pretty florals on there. I love this. This would make a beautiful like pillow cover or something. I love it. So this one's number 43. Again, this one's sold. This one is a fully decorated junk journal. It has a lot of collages, of course. Here's a pocket with the bingo card, altered pocket with one of those sampler file folders that I have. You can write on a lot of coffee bag paper there. This is a really great way to use up some scraps. And guess what? I have more scraps, so I can't wait to make more, you guys. It is just exciting process, making more and getting rid of old stuff. I'm also gonna be, like I said, putting together handmade embellishment sets to sell. Once I decide everything, well, basically, I'm gonna start fresh. I'm gonna start making new stuff. So I need to basically get rid of everything. So it's gonna be a lot of things that I'm gonna be getting rid of. This is a giant index card that I sewed lace onto. So that's an interesting make. That was fun. And here's a library card, printable. This journal has gold paper clips. I also matched the paper clips to the junk journal cover. I got I was a whole debate with me like what paper clip to use. Here's another one of those little churro bags that are perfect for a little tag or churro. Your preference, your journal, you use it. I love this collage here with this little shoe. I don't know what it is about me and little shoe collages that I love so much, but I love them and they are beautiful. And here's another one of those receipt printables from my shop that's brand new. I use this Project Life card as a pocket here. That really pretty hummingbird paper that I designed a while ago. I like to print a lot of things on the back of scrap paper, so it's a little bit more interesting. Of course, every single page is decorated. This is one of the fully decorated junk journals. I have some Franken paper in this one. Just lots and lots of beautiful collages that is just so much fun to make, you guys. I have had this piece of paper forever, you guys. This is one of the first things that I sewed. I didn't even know about tension, you guys. Look at this. This is, I mean, it looks good. It's just not, I know, structurally sound. But it was like one of the first things that I was able to sew together with my sewing machine. I'm not even mad at it. That little rounded corner, I wouldn't even know how to do that now if I wanted to. Um, yeah, I don't even know why that happened. That was a lot of fun. Uh, this was fun. I'm gonna miss this. This was fun. Let's see. Here's an envelope that I designed to be black and white, and I printed it on coffee dyed paper, coffee dyed scrapbook paper. There's design right there, and it has a postcard of Toronto, Ontario. That's vintage. It looks like 70s, maybe 80s. It looks more 70s though. Okay, here is a botanical rose image I printed on coffee dyed paper. Oh, there's something else in here. Oh, there's a little library card there. Again, this one in particular is already sold, so we will move on rather quickly. I like looking through them, and pretty much these journals, these videos are to like document them for myself so that I don't forget what I've made, and it just gives me a little like memorial of all the journals that have gone through my door. I would be drowning in them if I kept all the journals. Here is a photo of Camel's Hump, Vermont. Okay, cool. And I used really pretty music paper. I love that too. Here's another one of those fabric tags. And this is actually book paper there. Made that a long time ago as well. I gotta make more. Just gotta make more of everything. Everything was so much fun to make. Oh, this one's a gold doily. That one's fancy. Okay, here's some tags that go in here. This beautiful pocket. Ooh. Love that scrap paper. Sometimes pieces of the scrap paper are prettier than the whole scrap paper. Here's a journal card that I collaged. Oh, this is a really pretty postcard. It's from some museum in France. Here is a pretty ephemera printout that has some white paper on the back. And again, that's number 43. This one is sold. Thank you guys for your support. So now we move on to number 44. And number 44 is only partially decorated. So that means we can skip through a bunch of pages. The partially decorated junk journals in my store are $25. So just so you get an idea, this one is $25. Another one of those really pretty fabrics with the yellow and pink and blue flowers on there. Really pretty. This one's number 44 again. I did a lot of collages. This one's partially decorated, so it's only decorated here and there. But there's also things on paper clips, and I also included some pockets in some of the partially decorated ones. Again, this one's number 44. And all the details of, again, how many pages in each journal and how many journal cards and even how many pockets and envelopes included are in my website. So here is another one of those really pretty plush felt tags that I made. And a lot of fun, again. So much fun, these tags. Another one of my newest printables, which is the receipt printables, and this awesome pocket that I sewed together. Oh, it's just so much fun. I did so much sewing in these journals. And then this one has white lace, so just so you guys know. Again, some of them are colored lace, and this one specifically is white lace. So, and I also sell those in my shop. Whether white lace or colored lace, it's a really good mix. So here are more printable cards. This is from the black and white receipt set for my newest printables in my store. These really cute tags that I made from book pages. This is where I got really good at my straight stitch. Practicing making a lot of these tags right here helped me with my straight stitch. Again, a lot of lined paper, minimally decorated, so you can do a lot of writing and a lot of including your own decorations if that's what you want to do. Again, it has this one. They usually have a minimum of 3 pockets. This one has an envelope here with the journal card inside. And again, this pocket right here, specifically, I learned how to make from Patricia Veramontes. She is the queen of book paper pockets. I'm telling you that right now. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. That one's fully embellished as well. Love it. Journal card, index with fabric. A lot of collages. I try to include a lot of different types of embellishments here since I didn't want it to get repetitive. These journal cards here, printed from my store, of course. Going. Oh, and I use this manila envelope in here that is actually coffee dyed or tea dyed. That one's actually tea dyed, so it's not very distressed, but you can see it. This one's a really fun pocket that's actually glued to the page. This receipt card in here. Paper collage card there, really huge collage card. Oh, and this really cute cat postcard. I don't think that's vintage, but it's cute. So there's a very mix of papers here. And of course, I have to fake some ephemera as well. So like vintage stuff is not really vintage. Here's a pocket that I have to fix, but it should be a pocket. Well, this is that polka dot doily I was talking about earlier. Lined paper. These are those ads I cut out normally, but I put them on the back of this Franken paper. Yeah, so that one's number 44, partially decorated journal. Let's move on. I probably only have about a dozen left. Number 45 is another partially decorated junk journal. $25 in my store. It has this really pretty gray fabric with really pretty roses on there. And that is number 45. So let's go on here. They all have the same type of closure. So there's these 2 brads or eyelets on both sides. And I'll leave the link on how to do this. I'll leave the video tutorial that I followed, I should say. Again, number 45. Partially decorated junk journal. Includes this really pretty tag that I put some fabric on. And here is postcard. This awesome pocket. I love that pocket. Printable with the lined paper on the back. Different types of papers. Talks about right here. With this one that has some color in here. Yeah, this one has white, peach, light pink, dusty pink, and turquoise trim. Again, one of those scrap file folders. Scrap paper so you can write on it. Gonna have to make more of those for sure. Right, the little kitty card's adorable, wasn't it? Here is an envelope. Again, the black and white envelopes from my store. And one of the faux vintage photos. I have these in my store, the vintage photos. You can print them out different ways. I have them printed out really small. You've seen them. I've had them printed out on regular printer paper. And these ones, I have them printed out on photo paper. So they look like vintage photos. But they're not. They're faux vintage, just like everything I design. It's pretty much faux vintage. I like to imitate. Another one of those Franken papers. Love that Franken paper. Has a lot of flat embellishments so that you can write in it. A lot of space for writing. Has a lot of lined paper. Love this, so pretty. I love to make everything basically floral theme. It's really hard for me to make something that's not floral, you guys. I don't know what it is about me. Here is a guest check that I designed, that I sewed together. That was fun. I would close the door, but this cat would start crying, so the door's open. So if you hear planes, it's because I live near an airport. It happens. Oh my goodness. Gigi, hi Gigi. Thanks for joining us, girl. Welcome, and I hope you have a nice, comfortable seat. We are getting through these. Oh, that one has two. Okay, why not? That one has two library cards in there. Why not? That happens to me sometimes. We are getting through these journals. Here's a tag that's really pretty. On another one of these pockets that are by Patricia Veramontes, this little book paper card there. It's really pretty. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so here's a journal card right here. Little journal card here. Oh, this really tiny file folder, you guys. What is up with this really tiny file folder? It's so cute. Here's another cat little card right there. Okay, here's another pocket. We have another pocket. Ooh. Printables, journal cards, lots of space to write. Some collages in this journal. Here's some tags and a postcard. Again, this is number 45. Showing it off. I'm also going to be including this video in between the Etsy listings so that you guys can refer back to the journal at the point that I'm showing it off. Ooh, this, I need to make more Franken paper. I just see everything and I'm like, I need to make more. This is probably one of my favorite collage cards that I've made here on my channel. And I made this into a printable, so it's scanned and I can print it out, but it's just so pretty. Combo up there, it just turned out so nice. I'm really, really happy about this one. Sad to see it go, but we're moving on to more things. This one also has some collage cards and some more library card there. Okay, so we are getting to the end here, just showing it off. Not much to say here because it's not really decorated that much. That is number 45, partially decorated junk journal. We are moving on to number 46. I really love this cover, you guys. The cover of this is so pretty. I have another journal. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Okay, number 56 is the same fabric, but like a different side of the fabric. You know, different design, but it's essentially the same. I love this one. This one's already sold. Let me show it to you in a couple of junk journals, but I just love this fabric. But this one's really a nice section of it too. That line is really pretty. Sometimes the fabric just gets you, you know, it's just beautiful. And here's the back of it. Really pretty tropical looking fabric right there. I adore it. This fabric sometimes it's hard to use it, you guys. Hi CJ, hello. Okay, so this is number 46. I'm gushing about the fabric, of course. Okay, so here is this is the lace edging that you get with this one. It is white, dusty pink, peach, and a little bit of blue. It starts off with this little bag that, like I said, is basically for a churro. And it has a nice little collage. You can see the fabric, which is a continuation of this fabric right here. I love it, you guys. I love it so much. I keep reusing it over and over because I have so much of it. Of course, like I said, if you guys want a sample of the fabric that I use specifically, you can message me and let me know. I might have a sample of it. I might not. I might find you one of the sample packs that may or may not have it in. I'll work with you. Here is a pocket that I made from an index card. And in this journal, you also get one of those mini file folder paper scrap packs. I'm trying to get through this video, you guys, because I was supposed to do all of it in one video, but oh my goodness, I'm going to have to leave soon. I'll show you guys really quickly going through the pages here. I have about another half hour to get through the rest of the junk journals. These ones are all partially decorated. Here is one of the guest check cards. Oh my god, I love this. This is so pretty. I love this, you guys. Oh my goodness. That's sad to see go, but I need to make more. They're just so much fun, guys. And they're just so pretty. I just want to keep everything, but like I literally don't have enough space to keep everything that I would want to keep. So I need to let it go. I just need to let it go, you guys. Can't hog everything for myself. Okay, number 46. I just keep repeating all of them. Oh, I love that. That's so pretty. Gotta make more, you guys. Okay, so here is one of the bingo cards from my store that has all the months. This one just happens to be August. This is one of those receipt papers. Has a collage there. I think I decorated every third page. I think that was my deal. So again, this is one of the partially decorated. Has a journal card right there. Mix of coffee dyed and regular paper. More regular paper than coffee dyed. Here's a journal card that you can write on. And yeah, you can decorate these up yourself and write on them. That's number 46. Partially decorated junk journals are $25. So I am trying to get these out the door, you guys. This one's number 47. This one's already sold. So it's number 47. Has a really pretty cover. Pinks and purples and greens. Very, very pretty. Okay, so this one is sold, partially decorated. Again, lots of pockets, lots of junk journal mini file folder. So cute. Love those little mini file folders. Here is a little gaming card actually, and a little like journal card that I made. I print out a lot of things, different sizes. So that one it's a huge actual printout, but I decided to print it out small. On this really pretty pocket. I love that pocket. It's so pretty. More of the printable ephemera with lined pages on the back. Scrapbook paper. You guys, any scrapbook paper that you have, ever since I started making junk journals, I just go buy. I actually have not needed to buy scrapbook paper a lot because I have so much scrapbook paper from when I used to. Oh, this one's actual vintage Italian. Somebody's letter. I don't know. It's somebody's letter. I can't read it. I don't know what it says. Here's a Frankie paper. So, like I said, I used to have a lot of. I bought a lot of scrapbook paper back when I used to make greeting cards, and I'm not gonna lie. Like I kind of used all the I used all the paper that I liked, and I kind of have all this like leftover paper that I don't really like. But when you coffee dye it and you put it in a junk journal, you really can't even tell that it was like in your eyes ugly scrapbook paper. It just looks like scrapbook paper that's meant to be there because it's a junk journal. Another pocket that I made, folded up piece of scrapbook paper that I coffee dyed blue, not coffee dyed. Actually, that was what was that? That was alcohol ink. Alcohol ink with some blue. That was fun. Here is some more Frankie paper, the back of that. Like I said, this one's number 47. This one is sold. So exciting. I've sold about 7 of them, so I'm just thrilled. Thank you guys so much for your support. Going through this quickly. As you can see in a junk journal, it kind of all goes together. So if you're worried that the pages that you pick out are not going to go together, don't worry about it, you guys. They all really, it all ends up looking like it's meant to be there. This one's number 48. This one's also sold. I really love this fabric, you guys. If you can't tell, I really love that fabric. Again, it's held together with twine. You can always replace this twine, no problem. Number 48. So let's scrub through this one really quickly since it is sold. And I'm trying to get through to the ones that are not sold. But thank you guys for your support, of course. Even if you just watch my channel, I appreciate that so much, you guys. Here's some more paper, lots of live paper. And I made so many junk journals. It was made a lot easier by the fact that A, I already had all these pockets and embellishments and everything pretty much already made. And B, the fact that I put together what I call junk journal kits, which are just, I put together about 30 pages, 30, regular pages of books and papers and everything, scrapbook paper that I've been like wanting to use in my journals, but I keep forgetting. So I made sure that I made myself kits so that I wouldn't forget what I've been meaning to put in these freaking journals, you guys. It happens. You have so much stuff, you end up forgetting what you have. And it was kind of like going shopping in my own stash. Here's another one of those mini junk journals that I made with a bunch of scraps. And the printable cover from my store, the mini file printables. Those are in my shop. Here is a guest check. Give me 1 second. My husband is calling me. Okay, well, now I don't have to rush because now my husband says I don't have to go pick him up. So, yay! Yay, I don't have to rush. Okay, let me get a drink of water now that I don't have to rush. So, give me 1 second. Oh my gosh. This is going to be a 2-hour flip through video. It's a little ridiculous, but here we are, you guys. These are actually really, really sturdy. These are actually like cardstock thick almost. This is a really nice guest check. I believe Irina sent me these, and I actually need more. I'm gonna ask her where she got them. Those are actually really nice and sturdy. Now that you mention it, you are right. That is a sturdy guest check. Okay, so let's get through this one. Because again, yeah, this one's sold. Okay, so that one is done. Number 48. So number 49, oh my gosh, this one's also sold. I'm running through all the ones that are sold. Number 49 is also sold, and it is also one of the partially decorated ones. Again, fully decorated junk journals in my store. For this collection are $35. I have some partially decorated junk journals like this one. That is $25. And then I have the bare bones naked junk journal. That is $15. So it is quite the deal right now in my store. So do check them out. And of course, as Jude is mentioning, you can check out my Facebook group, the Junk Journal Cool Kids on Facebook. Here's journal cards. Gotta love this receipt paper though. I love it. And then this pocket. Gotta make more pockets, you guys. It's just a whole cycle. I don't know about you guys, but as soon as I get done with the junk journal or junk journal collection, I'm like, let's go for more. Let's do more junk journals because I have a lot of stuff to get through. And of course, I like to use things until they're like done. So I have a lot of things to get through that I bought last year that I still have to work with. And I'm just excited to keep making more. And it's just basically a never endless supply of junk journal videos that I can make. Oh, this Project Life is super cute. It's supposed to be for like boys themed, but I think this side is adorable. I might even design some stuff like this. This is actually really cute. Okay, so here is another one of those pockets. This is actually book paper. Again, I think this one's Patricia Baramontes inspired. All book paper pocket projects for me at least, are inspired by Patricia. This is a really pretty. These are two junk journal cards. Yeah, these are two index cards actually. I put them together to give it a little bit more stability. Semi-decorated. Here are the cards in this pocket. Love this paper pocket, so pretty. Going, I'm telling you, in junk journals, beautiful paper. I mean, I don't know what it is about a junk journal that makes kind of not the best scrapbook paper look like it just belongs there. I don't know. Throw some coffee on some ugly scrapbook paper and it turns it into gold. I'm telling you right now. Love using my ephemera printables just because I can't afford to use actual vintage stuff all the time. Here's another one of those tags. And I was going to say it matches the cover, but it doesn't. And if you're looking for these cards, because I looked for them for a while and I couldn't make out what they were, these are called alteration tags. So if you go on eBay, they might even be on Amazon. I'm sure everything is on Amazon. So they're called alteration tags if you're interested in getting some for yourself. They look really cute in junk journals. Here's some coffee dyed paper, a collage card there. What's up, Google? Why are you crying? You probably want some food. Okay, here's some music paper. Tell you, throw some coffee dyed paper, throw some coffee dye on your scrapbook paper and it looks fabulous. Okay, so this is number 49 and this one is sold. Yes, the cover on this one is so bright. It almost looks like it's Hawaiian. Love, love, love this fabric. Okay, so finally, one that isn't sold, number 50, another partially decorated junk journal. Love this fabric as well. It has these like little cottage houses. These really pretty cottage houses. And this was actual fabric pieces that I got at the thrift shop. But they were such tiny little blocks that I'm like just happy that I had enough fabric to even make this one cover. Because everything was almost like a square. It was such weird pieces of fabric that were like left over that I guess they donated. But it's so pretty. The little flowers on there, just dreamy. Just dreamy, dreamy, dreamy. Okay, let me open this here. So this one's number 50 and this one's partially decorated. So this one is $25. So I believe I've decorated every third page with something. And then it has pockets, at least 3 pockets, I believe. All of the details will be in my shop. You'll get all the details of how many pockets, how many pages, how many envelopes, and how many journal cards as well. Oh, this one was one of my favorite guest checks, you guys. I have to make more, but this is one of my favorite guest checks. I used the flowers when they were really, really big. Everything was really big. Now I use the cutouts that are a little bit smaller. I like to make smaller embellishments now, but when I made this guest check, the size didn't really matter. So, of course, you can write on the back, but there's also nice sewing on there. So this one was really, really fun. And I definitely have to make more of these guest check cards. And, of course, look at that page. That's just so pretty. This one I'm going to miss. I'm going to miss this one. This one's really pretty. Bye-bye. And there's a really pretty tag here that I made from index cards. I put some decoupage paper on top, and then I also gave it almost like a light wash with paint. So it almost looks like something I would make digitally, but it's definitely something I made by hand, and that was a really fun tag to make, actually. A nice fun mix of papers, ephemera, of course, some really pretty collages that I made. Here's another fun collage card. This one I have in my store as a printable as well, but the real one is really pretty to look at as well. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss everything. I'm just get number 50. I'm happy I can document basically the journals that I've made through these videos, through all these flip through videos. If I ever am wondering what I made 2 years ago, I can literally go back to my videos and see, oh, right, I made that journal and it looked like that. I forgot. I used to actually make collages. Oh, this is a pretty friggin' page on there. I used to actually make collages, but I didn't use a sewing machine back then. So everything was glued and stapled together. And now I can't live without my sewing machine. Just a bunch of little things in this pocket here on the back of this Franken paper, which is perfect to write in still. So I love the back of the Franken paper. Sorry about my nose. It's just congested as always. This one actually included this really pretty piece of fabric. Some more of that paper from a map book that I love. These are all streets in Los Angeles, which I grew up around LA, not in LA, but around LA. So it's really nice to see that. Collages, again, lots of blank paper. This really pretty paper clip, and this is actually a pocket here with a really pretty collage on there and on the back as well. So you can put whatever you want in here. Okay, so there's that. More pages. Vintage postcard here from London of Tintern Abbey, which looks like a church. Cool. More doilies, more journal cards, lined paper, of course, dictionary paper. This is a little tuck spot right here, made from this really cool car. I love that. Lined paper, ephemera. So that is number 50, this cover. I love this cover, this fabric. I'm going to miss this fabric. Okay, so we are moving on to 51. And again, I love this fabric. This one in particular, the spine down the middle is blue. It kind of goes with the fabric as well. Number 51, partially decorated junk journal. It has the lace is white and peach, turquoise, some dusty pink as well. I also have the fabric and lace trim in my store, so if you're interested, I have that as well as I will list the video on where I show you guys how to make it. So lots of options there. Bingo card, altered pocket here. And here are the tags you get with number 51. Love it, love it. Ooh, this golden doily. I forgot to put golden doilies in here, see? Because once I run out of them, sometimes I forget I even had things. I'm just excited sometimes to document these for myself. And I'm so happy. You could just tell from my older junk journals to now how like good my stitching has gotten. It's just makes me so proud of myself. Thank you, CJ. Thank you. I have tried to put my all in these. Put in all sorts of fun papers. It's just visually fun to look at. These junk journals. Here is a Project Life pocket and a book paper tag here. This really pretty pocket that I made from sewn together strips of scrap paper. Lots of fun. Lots of printed things. Again, any scrapbook paper you put into a junk journal, they always all look like they just belong there. It just might be me, but I never have an issue with the junk journal not looking right with the scrapbook paper in there. So this is another one of those lace index cards that I made. Those were fun. It almost looks like a little ombre effect. It was totally on purpose. Hang on, you guys. I need some chapstick. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be a tough job. You're right. I picked all my favorite fabrics, and of course, I could have kept picking fabrics out, but I was like, you know what? I think you said you were a little stressed out on junk journals, and then you dive into 23 junk journals. I was like, maybe 23 is enough. Here is this really, I love this pocket, you guys. This pocket came out so pretty. It is just a piece of cardstock that's coffee dyed, and I folded it like about in thirds, I would say. This is really pretty clip art here, and some pieces of fabric and some lace. It's just, this is just so pretty. I love. If I could decorate my house like that, if I could give somebody inspiration on how to decorate my house, it'd be like this. But I don't know how to decorate houses. I'm just so bad at decorating houses. But I can decorate a 4x4 piece of paper. I still need to figure out how to decorate my own house. Ugh. It's beyond what I want to think about right now. Okay, so here's this little piece of paper, little scrap piece of cardstock here with these little scrap pieces of paper. Give you some space to write in. I love it. I have to coffee dye a lot of scrap paper. I have so much scrap paper. Let's coffee dye it. Here's a guest check, but this one's blank for you to write on. Actually, this one's pretty sturdy too. You know what? I think what you want to avoid with the guest checks are the guest checks that have carbon copies, or that, the ones that have carbon copies are the thin ones. This one is not a carbon copy, so it is not thin. I think that's the difference. I think that's what you want to go for. Non-carbon copy guest checks. Yep, I just figured it out, you guys. I just figured it out. Okay, so we are keep it on here with this junk journal number 51 again. Okay, so lots of lined paper. Here's a pocket. I'll put something in there. If you see a blank pocket anywhere, I have to put something in there. So this is number 51, partially decorated junk journal. Let's move it along to number 52. And if you guys are interested, I am selling all these junk journals, of course, but I am, of course, giving away a junk journal. So if you guys want to, this is already a very long video, but if you guys want to come back later on tomorrow, this weekend, or later on this week, I'm giving away this junk journal here. 3 signatures. This is a pretty mega book to give away. This book I made from a graham cracker box. So this is the book that I'm giving away. It is made from my birds, bees, and peonies junk journal kit. So come back later and check out that video. I'm giving this away to one of the commenters on that video. So make sure you come back for that. So again, we're getting through all the journals that I am selling for now, and then we're going to give away that last journal. I mean, this journal right here in another video. So make sure you come back this weekend or throughout the week. Make sure you come back and leave me a comment on that video. Okay, so back. This is number 52. Such an interesting fabric. It looks almost like 70s print. I'm not sure what year this fabric is from, of course. But it's just this really pretty, like, I don't know why I want to say it almost looks like an Easter print. Like this would be like your Easter Day skirt or something, right? Like this would be a beautiful Easter Day girl's dress or something. But it was just fabric. I think maybe even Irina sent me this fabric. So number 52 has this really pretty purple fabric on there. And let me get the little drawstring out. Sometimes it's a little hard to see where I tuck it in because for the photo, I tucked it in nicely. Okay, so this is number 52, partially decorated junk journal. So lots of papers, of course. This one has a really pretty Franken paper, and this one's actually using my Valentine's Day ephemera. So this one's supposed to be Valentine's Day paper, but it just looks like a regular Franken page, and I just look so pretty with that red thread. I love that red thread, you guys. Okay, so here is the pocket that I made for this journal. It has journal cards on the side, and in the back, of course, I made this into a pocket as well back here. Lots of different printables in between. Some beautiful doily. Here is a decorative tuck spot, because I've had this fight. Well, it's not really a fight. It's more like a debate with people. Like, do these tuck spots really work? I've seen so many people put stuff in here, And then I thought it was just me that like had stuff falling out of these text pots, but these are just decorative, you guys. Everybody's stuff falls out of there. I don't know if it was just me that didn't know that, but I was like, is it just me? Like, how am I making these text pots wrong that it won't hold? So I don't know. Here is, anyways, here is a collaged journal card here. Really pretty stamp and some florals there. Of course, this has lots of space to write. Journal card right there. And this is that Betty Crocker vintage recipe book that I've been including all of them. I have so many books to get through that I have to I'm telling you, I'm just turning out these journals. I'm excited. I'm into it right now. It's all fun again. And so I'm just waiting to start my next collection. And I'm just so excited. The next batch of journals that I'm going to make are going to be little golden books. So I'm excited to start those. So here is a postcard. I don't know exactly where this is. It just says Birmingham. Okay, because it looked like Greece, but of course, okay, it's Birmingham. Why not? Okay, so here is a hummingbird printable card there. And I don't know how this happened, but we're just going to call it natural distress. It's got that natural distress look right there. Okay. Some coffee dyed scrapbook paper. I love it. I'm telling you, scrapbook paper, coffee dye, and it just goes in a junk journal. There is some more junk journal cards. This is one of the receipt papers. Love it. Love it. And one of these pockets that I made from 4 strips of scrapbook paper just sewn together, you guys. I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Moving on. Otherwise, this is going to be a 5-hour flip through video. We have about 6 more junk journals to get through. Here is, this pocket just was meant for this one card right here. Again, this pocket is from when I first started with my sewing machine. So it's all crooked and it's not straight. And you know what? It still looks cute. So I finally used it. This is at least 2 years old. I've had my sewing machine now. I always wanted to say that I just got it, but I've had it for a couple of years now. And I think I'm pretty good at it now. I've got my straight edge. Like the improvement, you guys, from this to this, I mean, it's just unreal how much I've gotten better. And it's not magic trick or nothing. I don't take classes. It's just doing the same thing over and over and over again, you guys. That's really what it is. Just repeatedly doing the same thing over and over. This is a vintage Hallmark card. It looks like it's probably from the 70s. This is from way back then when they used to just fold a piece of paper in halves, in quarters, I should say. They're like, here's your card. They would not do that nowadays. It's just kind of funny, but vintage Hallmark. I did one time go to the vintage shops here in town a long time ago, and I bought ephemera, and I never used it. And so in these journals, I've been like, you know what? I need to use them up. So that is number 52, partially decorated junk journal. Love that fabric. So pretty, you guys. Okay, let's move on to journal number 53. Another one of these with the really pretty beige flowers and pink roses that I love. I think I use this fabric probably more than any other one. I have a lot of it and I love it, so that's why. So this is number 53. There you go. This one has blue on the spine, just because. Sometimes I use different bobbin than the thread color. That's just what I do. Okay, so number 53. I love this one. This one is so pretty. This vintage ephemera. Seed paper, actually seed catalog paper. I love it. Printed on the inside of lined paper. This is also printable in my store. That looks like coffee dyed paper. So you just skip a little step. Printable paper here that I just print out on different sizes, and sometimes what I print out is too small. So I'll just use it in between pages like that. Tiny little file folder because that's just adorable. Here's another one of those journal cards that I made. I'm telling you, just practice the same thing over and over and you'll get better at your stitching too. There's really no magic. At least there wasn't for me. Here is a postcard with Jane Austen print on it and just a blank journal card here. You guys, I hope you're ready for my next video, which is a 24-hour flip through video. I'm just kidding. I'm going to flip through 1,000 junk journals. So make sure you come back. Okay, so here's another one of those pockets. That was one of the first things that I sewed together. Probably not one of the first things, but definitely one of the beginnings of my sewing. It's totally crooked. It's a mess, but it's there. And it's happy. It's living its life. Here's another one of those receipt paper printouts and subtraction card here. Thank you to Irene for sending me a whole pack of these multiplication and subtraction cards. I love them. And I had to make sure to put them here and there throughout all these journals. Of course, you get the lace and fabric edges. There's at least 8 strands of them in pretty much every single journal. Some of them even had 10 strands. I kind of went a little overboard on some of them, but I don't know, whatever. Okay, so here's, oh, this one's cute. This one's from my cat-themed junk journal kit that I have in my shop. These little tickets, and this is just a coffee-dyed piece of scrapbook that you can write on. It just looks so cute, you guys. I'm really going to miss seeing these journals, so I hope you guys really, I hope you guys enjoy them because I'm really, really going to miss them. Okay, so again, this one is number 53, so we are going to keep on rolling. This one has a really pretty jumbo tag that I made with book paper. And I used my heat and bond with my sewing machine. It's a lot of work, but this one was a lot of fun to do. So giant tag there. This one has a pocket here with these strips that I sewed together, receipt in black and white, and a Project Life card. Project Life cards are actually really versatile. You can use them as pockets or just tags, or just cards in your pockets. Or you could also, like I did in the page where it was really, really busy, I just stuck it here in the corner so you could write on it, thus making the page functionable. Just use them. I love them. I really actually have a lot of them. I need to use them more. I actually need to use them more. Okay, so here is a tag, a pocket combo. And it has another tag. It actually has a tag inside, as well as this little vintage floral ephemera that is lined on the back. Okay, and here is a pocket. And it also has, oh, it has one. This is actually one of the first printables that I designed. I still have it in my store, but it's always nostalgic to see one of my older junk journal printables, since I've been doing this since, oh my goodness, I've had my store selling printables since 2011, you guys. So it's cute. It's real cute to see my designs from back then. You know what I mean? It's real cute. This one has a really pretty craft pocket. And it has this photo of this little girl faux vintage, because it's a real vintage photo, but I printed it out myself, so it's not really vintage. And one of these giant collaged, I'm telling you guys, I love collage in paper or in digital. Journal cards right there. Giant, giant, giant. Lots of space to write in. Definitely good for you guys to like decorate yourself also. Or just write in. Just keep it as a writing journal. Okay, sorry, I skipped a couple pages. Some embellishments. Interesting papers. Again, that's number 53. Love that cover. We are moving on to number 54, which is already sold. So I really love this cover. This cover is really pretty. It is this white, and I know this one specifically, this one was a pillow cover, I remember. So this one was a pillow cover, and I believe Irene sent me this one too. And the fabric on this one, you guys, is just fabulous. It has this really pretty bright turquoise. I'm going to make sure I dust clean off this cover. The white really shows the little bits, but I'll make sure to clean it. It was a pillow cover, It has these really pretty like radiant turquoise, almost like neon turquoise. These flowers are just beautiful. This one's already sold though, so sorry. Number 54. I'm still drooling over the cover. Number 54. And let's skim through this really quickly. I believe that, yeah, this one is actually the start of the blank one. So this one is a blank one. The blank ones are $15 in my shop. And like I said, purchases over $35 don't pay shipping. So just keep that in mind. But this one is $15. And of course, you can combine printables along with your order if you don't want to buy all physical items. But thank you guys so much for your support. I'm on the treadmill. Let me drop the link from my store so you guys can check out these journals if you want. Hi, I'm on the treadmill. I wish I could let go and just create things. I always overcomplicate things. Girl, sometimes it happens. Sometimes, honestly, but that's the fun part about journals. Like, I used to make cards. I used to make greeting cards, and like everything had to be measured and measured correctly so that it fit inside. Like, and everything just felt so constrained with like rules and things having to be perfect that when I found junk journals, it was like such a relief. Almost like it was more focused on art and putting things together than it being perfect. So to me, I was like, finally, like I can catch my breath almost. And this one has white lace. So that's really what excited me about junk journals is that it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to worry if this edge is frayed. You know what I mean? Like, and so that to me is the beauty of junk journals. And that's why I really, really fell in love with them because it doesn't have to be perfect. And I sometimes stressed about things being perfect. And so I'm glad I don't have to anymore. So that's number 54. So let's move on to number 55, another blank journal, $15. Number 55 has this pretty blue fabric with pink and purple flowers on them. They're not really a specific type of flower. They're more like just generic, but they're so pretty though. I really love this fabric. I've been using this fabric for quite a while. So I do have other projects. I think I have another junk journal in my shop made from a book that has this fabric on it. So I really enjoy that. Again, some printables from my store, this lined journal page. So if you need journal pages for your junk journals, I have them in my store, and you can print them out on the back of scrapbook paper, and they just look fabulous. Fabulous. That is number 55. So I just need to keep reminding myself what it is. Okay, so, and again, that's why also I love junk journals, because you don't have to use all brand new materials, which is kind of one of the stresses of making cards and scrapbook. Like, it almost feels like everything has to be new. So junk journals is like I can use whatever I have, and it doesn't matter if it's from this product line. You know what I mean? Like, it was pretty liberating. And like I said, it gave me a good use to use all those ugly scrapbook papers I bought in my time of making scrap layouts and scrapbook cards, not scrapbook cards, greeting cards. But you know what? Sometimes I feel like I should go back to the greeting card style. I could see decorating junk journal covers in like a greeting card style, because I used to design layouts for greeting cards. Sometimes I can see things like that being almost like converted into junk journals. I can see how it would work. So this one has a really I love that page. Love that page. This journal has a really nice mix of lined papers and decorative papers, and lots of little papers in between. I love putting little papers in between the pages. Gives it lots of texture and interest like that. Like, you see the layering of that? I love that. That is one of my favorite things to do, is put little pages in between big pages. Okay, there's also some really pretty shiny white copy paper. And that is it. That is number 55 with this really pretty blue cover. Blank journal. And number 56 is already sold. I was drooling over the cover of this one because it's just so pretty. It's so beautiful, the cover. The fabric. I'm so excited to start a new batch of journals, just so I can drool over more fabric, you guys. I think that my little golden book collection. I think I'm going to use my quilted fabric because I have so much of it. So number 56, let's get through this one rather quickly. This one is a blank journal. So there is no decoration, there's no pockets, but there is lots of pretty papers to look at, lots of lined papers, lots of examples of what kind of pages you could put into a journal. I know lots of people that buy junk journals are people who also junk journal themselves. And I know that they like to buy these as almost like an example of what a junk journal is. Which when I started junk journaling, I was very appreciative when I was given journals as examples. Very, very helpful. I can't get over how pretty these vintage covers were for these seed catalogs. So pretty. Lots of pages in between, lots of doilies, and of course, this one has a multicolored lace and fabric on the pages. This is probably on I believe every third page I sewed lace on there. So there is quite a bit of lace and fabric here to choose from. And of course, these are also in my store. So if you guys wanted to see the lace and fabric snippet roll or whatever it's called, I don't even know what this is called. I call it trim. You can check it out in my store. Also, I have video on how to make it, and I'll make sure to link that at the very end of the video if you make it to that, or I'll have it linked down below in the description box. Okay, so that's number 56. This one is sold. Let's go to number 57. This one's also sold. Okay, so number 57, again, this is that really pretty fabric that I want to make an Easter dress out of, purple with these really pretty white and beige flowers. I don't know what kind of flowers those are. Daffodils? I want to say daffodils, I think. Okay. So, again, you have the multicolored trim on there. Love it. Lots. This is a blank junk journal, so there is just lots of papers in here. There's no pockets. There's no ephemera. This is all just ready for you to write in, ready for you to decorate yourself. Of course, the fabric cover is fabric fused together with cardstock. I did not use any glue, so that's why I don't want to say it's glued. It is fused together. So it actually makes a really nice sturdy cover. Lots of mix of papers here, scrapbook paper, lined paper, receipt paper, different books. I really, really like looking for specific books that will look really, really cute in junk journals. That's how I shop now, is if it'll go in a junk journal or not. I don't know. It depends. Really pretty. This is Betty Crocker recipe book there, and this map paper that has index codes of LA streets if you ever were looking for one. Again, this is ready for you to decorate or just ready for you to enjoy just as a blank journal. That's number 57. This one's actually sold, so not this one specific. Not that one specifically. Okay, so we have two more to get through. One more after this, you guys. Okay. Oh my gosh. I did not expect this to be a 2-hour long flip through video, but you know what? Give yourselves a round of applause if you've been here all 2 hours. Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, so oops, this one is actually upside down. So this is another one of the pretty fabrics, very, very like Easter spring-like. Pink and yellow, some blue flowers on there. That was a really pretty fabric. This one is number 58, blank junk journal. So this one is $15 if you guys are interested. Again, blank has, oh God, these Franken pages are everything, you guys. I can't wait to make more. I'm just excited to make more. And of course, an interesting mix of papers, lined papers, book papers. Just so, look at this. You see this page right here? This to me was the ugliest scrapbook paper, but in junk journals, it just looks so pretty. I don't know what it is. Like when I used to make like I said, scrapbook layouts and greeting cards, I would have never touched that paper. I don't know why. Sometimes I would go on Craigslist and buy people's leftover paper, the paper that they didn't like. So I kind of got stuck with some questionable scrapbook papers, and I kind of just been like grabbing them, coffee dyeing them, cutting them down to 8.5 by 11, and printing on the back of them. And just in junk journals, just everything goes, and it just makes me so happy. And number 58 has white lace. So white lace, and it looks like I used yellow, turquoise, and fuchsia threads. Some fun combos there. I love this book about village life. So cute, village life in England. So and everything just goes so well in junk journals. That's why I've been like just dedicating my whole channel and basically my whole life, honestly, to junk journals. Like this is all I think about, designing junk journal printables and making junk journals and what's my next collection and what am I going to do next. Like I have all this stuff. Let's do something. Like I'm just so lucky, you guys. Okay, so that's number 58. That is such a pretty cover. We've got the last one, you guys, before I get off and get ready to make this video right here to do the giveaway. If you guys have been hanging out with me, come back either today when I do the video or this weekend or this week. Come back and leave me a comment on my graham cracker box junk journal because I'm giving it away. So you want to make sure you come back and leave me a comment on this video right here. Okay, so last one right here, number 59. Such a pretty cover. The last one of this one was sold and I believe is partially decorated. It is this one's blank and the cover is just really pretty, almost like brush stroke flowers, if you know what I mean, like very, very brush strokey, but you can tell that they're flowers. Just really pretty green, seafoam green, lilac, and dark purple, little bits of purple here and there. Just really, really pretty cover. Okay, so the last one, you guys. Blank junk journal, $15. Love the Franken pages, you guys. Oh my goodness. I think I would be more like maybe up to like hype it up, talk about how beautiful it is if it wasn't mine. So if this was somebody else's, I'd probably be like all over it. It's really hard for me to talk about how great I am. It's just really weird. But I had a lot of fun making these junk journals, you guys. I'm not getting any audio. Anybody else having problems? I was fine until a few minutes ago. I hope you guys can hear me. Everything on my end seems fine. But let me know if you can't hear me. Let me know. I apologize. Can anybody hear me out there? Lots of lined paper in here. I love using just regular notebook paper. Different kinds of lined paper. Always fun to find at the thrift shop, you guys. Everything at the thrift shop. Gotta love the thrift shop, you guys. I gotta go back and get a couple things. I need more books. I need more books, you guys, because I need more covers. I could give away the inside of the books, but the outside books I need more. What do you want, boo-boo? Okay, my boy, I think he wants some wet food. So before I come back on my live, I am going to give him some food. Otherwise, he won't stop crying. Okay, you guys, so this was number 59, Blank Junk Journal. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I did this 2-hour flip through video, you guys. I can't even believe 2 hours. Oh my God. So come back for more fun when I do the flip through of this graham cracker box that I am going to give away. So come back soon. Come back this weekend. Come back this week. Leave me a little comment on this video right here, graham cracker box, so that way you guys can win this. So I will be right back, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. See you soon. Bye. And thank you guys so much for your support and checking out my shop. And if you buy any of these journals, thank you guys so much. Bye.